Hey guys, Control here. Welcome back to another episode of Wild Basics. Today we're going to be going over Aggro Shaman. It's one of my favorite decks right now, and one of the lists that I have personally used a ton in the current metagame that we're experiencing right now. This Aggro Shaman build specifically is made to absolutely dumpster Warlock and Priest decks. So you queue into big Priests and you want to beat them, play this deck. You queue into Nugget Sea Witch Warlock and you want to beat it, play this deck. Because this deck is exactly what you want to do and what you want to be playing when you want to be taking down those very slow, greedy decks that are just looking to pass for the first couple turns and do nothing. You know, big Priest decks right now only really want to run one Shadow Word Death max, so if you have 4 mana 7/7, it's going to consistently stick, and all of the burn spells you run in this deck, which is basically all of them, you know, your Lightning Bolts, your Crackles, your Lava Bursts, and your Jade Lightnings, those don't go over the top, so Obsidian Statue does not do anything into those. Against Giants Warlock, we run the Earth Shock so we can just silence the Void Lords that they're going to be cheating out early and still use stuff like a Doomhammer to drag stuff face and win the game that way. The deck is pretty normal though as far as Aggro Shaman goes. It just lacks a few of the early game cards you would normally expect. So the Pirate package is out as patch just doesn't have charge anymore. It's not that good in the deck. I played it a little bit. It's not too bad, but you play into Defile with it, which I don't really like. The entire build of this specific version of Aggro Shaman has the kind of idea that you do not want to lose to that card, basically. You want to make one more of Warlock's removal cards just trash, basically. That's why I like the Dire Maul a lot, actually, is because it has the 1/3 body. Usually what ends up happening when you do play against Warlock is you force them to have the 1 health minion, so like a Kobold Librarian and a Mistress of Mixtures, both to activate their Defile on, say like Tunnel Trog and Totem Golem, or Dire Maul and Totem Golem, which I personally think is really, really strong and a really good reason to not run Fireflies and just choose to run the 1 Dire Maul over it. I also personally don't like Devolve right now in the current metagame we're experiencing, just because when you Devolve Void Lords or Obsidian Statues, they get Tyrion most of the time. That actually happened a couple days ago. I was playing like a mid-range Shaman deck, and then I called that, and it actually happened in one of the tournaments. Sorry, I didn't do it, but in one of the tournaments that I was holding, the European Wild Open actually, an Aggro Shaman devolved the Void Lord, and it pulled Tyrion. Really funny. But yeah, that's why I like Earth Shock more, because you silence the taunt minions that the Priests or Warlocks play, and then they just sit there as 3/8, and you can go face and not have to worry about another taunt minion popping up, which is really, really good. One of the key cards in this deck is, well, there's basically 2 that win you the game really, really quickly. And it's actually not Tunnel Trog. It's Whirling Zap-O-Matic and Flame Wreath Faceless. So you get your 4 mana 7/7. It's very difficult for a lot of decks to remove right now. So Warlocks basically just need an upgraded Spellstone, a fully upgraded Spellstone that is, to deal with it. And Big Priests just need their death early on. So if you're on the coin, always look for Flame Wreath Faceless. If you don't have that, then Doomhammer is a really good card as well. 5 mana, deal 16 damage over whatever 4 turns is really, really powerful. And when you use it with Rock Biter, I mean, that's 10 damage in 1 turn, which is really nuts. Anyways, that was actually a pretty long intro to the deck, but let's hop into some gameplay, and yeah, let's just get this show rolling. And it did update bosses follow. Okay, cool. I like that though, I think it's cool.
I will fight with honor for Doomhammer.
Paladin's our worst matchup. I'm actually curious if Paladin or Druid's worse. Just keep Tunnel Trog really good on the play to have the 1/3 Sal line. It's super good. Earthshock seems like a bad draw, but it's actually okay in the early game against the set because you can use it on Haunted Creepers, Rubian Eggs, and Righteous Protectors, and it's really good on all of those. So I'm not actually that upset to see this. As far as the spells, I'm way more upset to see the Rock Biter, because this is bad in this matchup. It used to be okay when it was 1 mana deal 3, and now that it's 2 mana deal 3, it's really bad. Flame Tongue's decent for turn 2. It's a 2 mana 2/3, so it's not that good. It's way better when it's like a 2 mana Core Chron Elite, when you have 2 minions and you get charge on it. That's when it's insane, but 2 mana 2/3 charge is okay. It's gonna go Tunnel Trog and do the good old Earth Shocky Shock. I could argue I don't need to, and you could be correct, but I think it's fine to just do it there. If he wants to go for like a Rubian Egg and start buffing that up, it'll obviously be annoying, but I don't really care. It is what it is. So you see the Paladin full keep too, it's really scary. He probably has double Call Arms then. Creeper's okay. It's not bad. Second Protector, or what else would you coin there? This hand says one thing. Go face. Go face. Got the Golden Doomhammer, got the Rockbiter in hand, and Tunnel Trog's on board, so we're going to be just constantly dragging stuff face. I will actually be making probably 0 trades this game, if possible. So we're going to Hero Power. If we get Spell Power, I might actually Crackle here. Oh, dude. It's 3 extra damage on it, and then I get this buff too, but it delays the Doomhammer by a turn, which is really bad. I don't think delaying the Doomhammer is worth it. With the Rockbiter, I mean... Because we can't play Rockbiter on turn 6 with the Doomhammer, so I think it's just better to do this and pass. Again, we never trade, because he's playing Secrets. I don't want to give him Redemption or Revenge. Makes no sense. Bugles. Gets the clear on board, so he doesn't have to take any damage. Really good for him. Again, the biggest misplay you can make in this matchup when they have Secrets up is trading, so we're just never going to do that. Wait. Really? Really? Going into turn 5 with the way that I played last turn, that's interesting, because now I get the buff and I get 2 extra damage, sorry. I mean, technically 3, because the Tunnel Trog itself will attack, but that's a really interesting line to play. And with the Earth Shock, that's going to be just lethal outside of a get down here for my opponent. It seems like a really weird way to play this game, actually. I don't know if I actually agree with that. We can even test to get down with the Rockbiter. And, I mean, if he plays another minion, then... Okay, he's not playing another minion. So it's very likely to be get down then. But we can even test the get down and still win because we have Crackle, right? If it's not get down with the first swing, then we deal 7 with the Rockbiter. And then we can Crackle for 3. That being said, it is most likely going to be get down with the way that he played that turn. Yeah. That's fine. No big deal. So now we'll Crackle his face. If we win the 50-50, we win the game this turn. Otherwise, we don't. He has 4, 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. 10 damage on board, but he can't play anything. So we're just going to go for the win here. We should always win this game, though. Good stuff. Got the 6. Then we can play the Rockbiter and win the game. Good stuff. That was a really unfavored matchup, but we basically just got there because, I mean, we actually wouldn't have won there if he traded the Tunnel Trog, right? We would have had to wait one more turn. So I would say off the back of him not playing super well, and us playing well, I would say is why we won that game. Just nice, man. Winning those bad matchups is always great. One of my friends made a Facebook account called Mike Hawk when I was like 11 or 12, and I didn't get the joke at first, and then I realized it, and I just thought it was so funny. Mage is tough. It's usually Secrets. It's not like the most impossible match in the entire world. We're actually on the coins, so it makes it a lot more manageable. So here, it's going to seem weird, but you actually toss his Appomatic. It doesn't do anything in this matchup. You really just want a Totem Golem. It's your best card. Totem Golem. Totem Golem. No Totem Golem. No Mana Orm's great for us. I'm just going to coin the Zapmatic here, actually. Might be able to go like Zapmatic, Flame Tongue, just face for 10, and then play Dogs, and then Claws, and just have like a really face-oriented line here, and win that way. 7/7's good. I still dig this line, where we just go face, push to 10. Make him play from behind right off the bat, I'm happy with that. If he goes Corinto Mage here, it does not, we're chilling. Because now we gotta go Dogs, and we're happy with that. Gotta go Dogs, J-Claws, into 7/7. Might opt to not even play this because of the fact that Explosive Runes and Polymorph just make it so bad. Good game, Vinny. Good game, man.
I hope you like my invention.
Glyph is chilling. I don't really like Glyph in that deck. Actually, no, he's not playing a fast deck, my bad. He's playing a slow deck because he's running Novices. So that makes it a lot easier for us to win because he's playing a really slow deck. Secret Mage can get tough, but all we do in this matchup is just drag stuff face.
The end is coming.
Nova Doom? No, Nova Doom. I don't think trading's beneficial for us, to be honest. We have Earth Shock, so we can just play that. Go face, test what the secret is first. Barrier, okay. Face, face. I don't really like playing Feral Spirits anymore because it's most likely going to just be Blizzard next turn. Hero Power, it's Spell Power, so that's really good for us. Can just go face of the Bolts and Earth Shock here. Should be fine. And drag his face as well in case we try Doomhammer. Should be fine. It's gonna be the most important card for us to run. For us to draw. Is just gonna be the Doomhammer, I think. It's really good consistent damage. AI Nova. I mean, if he had Nova, you would have used the last turn, right? Yeah, so that just seems to be second barrier then. I feel like 7/7's not that strong. Let's go face this first. Okay, so it's block. 5+9. I mean, it's very likely that we pop him this turn. It's just whether that's beneficial or not. So let's look at the deck list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so half the time, I mean, if we just draw well next turn, we win. So I think that we do just go in here and win the game. I can't count my mana crystals. I actually don't have enough to play Jade Lightning as well. So it's really bad on my part. Kind of funny for you guys though, because control can't count. So I should have always played 7/7 there. Look at both of your cards are green. Get excited about it. And the Artificer is going to be really, really good for him here actually. Because if he clears the Doggo, then I won't be able to actually clear the Artificer. Unless I Jade Lightning it. This is really bad on my part. Crackle's good. Here we should be able to pop though, because we do have 6 mana. So we should be able to go in. Last turn I think I got jebaited because we were overloaded. But here with the 9, 10, I mean in most cases we do just get a pop. I just can't low roll again. Okay, so we don't get to clear the Artificer, which is really bad for us. And we really want to clear that because we rolled 4 both times on the Crackle. Wow. So I guess I just don't pop him this turn. I just do this, put him at 1. Really rough. And I get punished, obviously, because 7/7 would have been super good that turn. Really good for me. Just fine, just played the turn poorly, basically. Nova. Oh, wow, really? That's ballsy, man. I guess he's Exodia and he has to get to the combo, though, so, like, it makes sense. It just is ballsy, that's all. Because it's pretty easy for me to just come up with a win now. That being said, like, in most cases I do have inevitability because I will be able to just kill him before he gets to his combo. It's hard to say, though, because he has to have a turn where he plays Thorson, too. Like, here he'd have to have 4 of the 5 combo pieces in hand and have Emperor plus an Ice block, and that's how he would win the game. Is just play block plus Emperor, and that's basically the only way he wins here. If he goes for Blizzard plus block, he doesn't win. Blizzard plus Barrier, he loses to Lava Burst. Okay, Blizzard, yeah. So we beat him half the time here. If he has a Blizzard, we do just win the game. Or sorry, Barrier, we do just win the game. I guess we could just Earth Shock here and then go face, because if we silence it and it's Barrier, we win anyways, but we save this for the block, right? If it's block, then we can just like do this through the Barrier next turn. So this actually makes a lot of sense to do here. Good stuff. So he does need to either get a randomly discovered Ice block, and he's played both glyphs. He still has 1 glyph card, the other one was Frostbolt. Or he needs to just play Barrier, and if he does that, then we just Lava Burst and win. So I think that we do just win now. Because in order for him to go off with this combo, he has to play Thorson. Yeah, so now we just gotta go Lava Burst and win the game. Good stuff. And that was one of the reasons why just going for the silence play on our own minion is really good there. GG. What's up, Christine? How you doing? What's good?